Hi, I'm live on YouTube. I've never done this before, and I've gone live on Facebook. I may have even gone live on Instagram, but I've never gone live on YouTube. But now that I have a creative thread channel going, I was setting things up and doing different, you got to do all these various settings. And I said, oh, I can go live. So I decided I was going to try it. One of the things that I've been thinking about doing, kind of for content, I've been making all these lists, and I was thinking, like, what can I do regular that's kind of like short and fun, that doesn't require lots of editing, because I haven't quite um, tackled the editing aspect yet. So when I used to do my store lives, it was called What's in the Box, because we'd get all these boxes in, and um, I just want to make sure. Oops, where'd I go? I'm still here. Okay. I pressed a button about chat. So I want to make sure that I know how to handle this in case somebody's actually watching me live. I'm not expecting anybody to be watching live, but you never know. So I used to do these on Fridays. I don't know if I'm going to do a regular schedule, but I used to do these What's in the Box. And obviously, I'm not getting boxes in, but I have lots of, I'm a bag lady. Besides, I love to make bags. I've always liked to, buy bags, collect bags. I'm a girl, and then I have project bags. And if you're a maker in any way, shape, or form that has anything that you bring with you, if you travel or you go to families or you even go into the other room, we have project bags. That's also a lot of ways that we store projects. So I have, and I don't think I'm going to show you all my project bags now, but I have knitting bags, crocheting bags, hand applique bags, visible mending bag. I have all these different bags with my different projects in them. Most of the bags I made, and then I store stuff in them. So, and I also have boxes, but that's another video for another day. I can show you what's in some of my project boxes. But like, here's an example. This was a class we did in Stitchcraft. These are these little project bags that we taught in class in the store, and you can see through them, so you can see what's in them. I actually have two sitting here, two different ones, and two different bags that I made. And these have hand stitching in them. And this isn't even what I was planning on showing you, but so this has some random hand stitching bits in here for my mixed media stitching. And then this is also for my mixed media stitching, but I've been working on, um, I kind of call it modern crazy quilting. And I had done some inspiration kits for them. So that's kind of what's in here. I was doing some things, kind of blocks by color. Well, I guess I can show you. This was my purple block. And there's all kinds of like funky things on these, but this is kind of modern crazy quilting with some mixed media stitching. So besides ribbons and hand stitching and some modern fabrics, I have some plastic embellishments. I don't even know what they're from, and some beads, and just some random things on this. I added prairie points. I added a little bit of faux trapunto. So there's all kinds of little things on here. So that's what's in this bag. So when I talk about my project bags, that's what I'm talking about. So these are two examples of my project bags. I wonder if I can still, that was such a good pattern. The pattern for these was actually designed by a couple of customers that teach and run a craft club not far from here. And I'm looking on my computer webcam. I've never done that before either, except on Zoom. So yeah, I should wonder if they still have that, Linda and Marley. If you're watching this, or see if we can get these, a way for people to get the projects. So the patterns. So that's kind of what I was working on with stitching. I always have bags like that going. I just was doing a continuing online workshop that I hesitated on joining for a while, because sometimes I stink at keeping up with online classes. So this one's a recorded ongoing class, then they post something every couple weeks, and there's lots of good mixed media content. And I didn't sign up right away because I didn't think I'd stick with it, like I do with so many things. But I kept seeing all these people post really cool projects, so I decided just to jump in and do it. It's called Fodder School. Fodder in it meaning like collage fodder, the little element, I call them elements, but collage fodder, the little pieces that you collect and use in your collage. And so I've been making that. I've kind of always made that, and there's all these different techniques and ideas to make more. And then they post these really cool projects. There's all different teachers and different projects on how to use them. And I haven't even scratched the surface of all of the amazing offerings. The website, you can look it up. It's fodderschool.com. This is Fodder School too. And the person, their website is Willa Wanders, Willa, Willa. So they're really cool. So I made some fodder, and I've used, I did some jelly printing, and then I pulled some of the jelly prints that I've had already. I don't know if you remember, it's several years ago. We actually did a jelly printing class at Stitchcraft, and we did it. We used jelly prints, and we used some fabric paints, and we actually did some printing and surface design on fabric. A lot of fun. So I pulled some of the things that I had out already. Oh, I look like I had a busy day today, don't I? Yeah, it's like the end of the day, but just the spirit moved me. I don't even have good light today, but I just decided to hop on. So this is one of the projects that we did, and it's using beeswax. It's collage, and it's held together with beeswax. And so this was my first. I didn't have any board or mats, so this was done kind of on like a chipboard or cardboard. I used what I have because I used what I had. And it's not bad. It's pretty dimensional looking, but I don't know if I was using the tools too hot or the beeswax was too hot or old, but it kind of started to look a little brown, but it's kind of cool. So I did these two little collages, and then another teacher had hopped on to make these little layered elements, and she uses them for stitching. So of course, once I saw something for stitching, I said, oh, I'm going to do that. So I really like how these came out. So these are little elements that I can now add to some fabric. This one says artist. And I can add it to fabric or paper or journals or whatever. Then I finally got some, I got a little board, and, like a wood frame thing. And then I did another one, and I like how this came out. Are you surprised with the colors? This is my color palette. I can't help it. I have a color palette. It's what speaks to me. I'm even wearing, like, if you can see what I'm wearing, these are my pants. This is my shirt. And anyways, that's what I'm working on. So I'm really happy with this. This was fun. And if you know me, or if you don't know me, you'll know now. Sometimes I like to get my hands messy, and I like to paint, and I like to dye things, and so playing with some, I never used beeswax before. So this was a lot of fun to play with. And of course, I also ended up making those little elements that I can use in stitching. So mixed media, I love it. Finally, I have been, although I have an art quilt that I really want to show, but it's when I say it's under my sewing machine, it's literally under my sewing machine. Like, there's a needle where I stopped. I was doing some free motion quilting, and I stopped, so I don't want to disrupt it. So I'm going to show you that another day. But I've learned to spin yarn, and my friends who are expert spinners, I spent some time in Texas and then on the west coast of Florida, really learning how to spin art yarn. And I've kind of made friends with my spinner, and I'm learning how my spinning wheel. So I'm learning how to spin yarn, and I've spun a few different ones. And I started this with roving. I'm going to take this off of this. This is the kind of the drying stretcher bar, drying rack. I think this is finally dry. And because I made a lot of it. And yeah, so isn't this pretty? So this reminds me, and I should have turned my light on. I didn't do that. That was not smart of me because it's getting dark. But the colors of this, remember the candy sticks that you used to get at like general stores and things? Those little I don't know, they used to call them like, I don't know, they were like 5 cents or something. That's what this reminds me of, the candy sticks. So, anyways, I spun this and I'm going to take this off. And I meant to bring this in also. I found a really cool pattern on Etsy to knit a kind of a funky chunky cardigan that has a hood. So I'm going to start that. I don't think I have enough yarn, so I'm going to have to spin some more. Anyhow, that is what is in my bag today, my project bag. So technically these weren't in bags, but it's like a metaphor for what's in the bag, what in my project bag, what am I working on? So before it gets too dark, I'm going to go walk Franklin, and I didn't put enough light here, but I believe I found out how to go live on YouTube. So this will be a section of live streams so that you can rewatch them, I believe. But definitely let me know what you think. Um, don't tell me I need to be wearing lipstick. I already know that. But let me know what you think. Let me know if what you like, if you have any constructive criticism, and if there's anything that you would like to see. I had a lot of people during COVID when I did I kind of opened up all my project boxes. When I tell you a lot of project boxes, I have a lot of project boxes. That was a really popular thing. We had a lot of fun with that. So I might have to revisit it. But I have some really great, cool ideas to share on YouTube, on either the recorded or maybe live, who knows? But definitely let me know what your thoughts are. Leave a comment down below, subscribe, share, all the things. And I will be back here. I don't have a regular schedule. I am starting to kind of make a schedule with some videos. And who knows? Maybe I can go regular. Maybe I can revisit Fridays. We'll see. But in the meantime, make time to make something. You can, even if it's just something little, like cut out a little collage element. Look at these. How cute are these? I'll show you how to make these someday, but you can use these, and these are really fast. So anything you make that's creative, even if you spend 1 minute, then you can at least say you did something and feel good about yourself and your creative practice. So a lot of tidbits coming your way on that as well. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and I will see you real soon. Bye.